On her first day at work, the CEO's wife saw a pregnant employee secretly drinking milk. Wanting to help her husband manage the company well, she immediately tried to fire the woman for slacking off. But the scheming woman had no idea that the pregnant employee was not only a key figure in the company, but also the CEO wife's best friend. It turned out the scheming woman thought she had landed the company's CEO, but she didn't know the so-called CEO was actually a fraud, because the company didn't belong to him. It belonged to his wife of 5 years. Since their daughter was born with autism, the female CEO had to step away to take care of her, leaving the company to her husband and best friend. The scumbag husband used this chance to lie to a college student that he was a single and powerful CEO. On graduation day, the scheming woman excitedly told her best friend that she would take her to her boyfriend's company next week. But when the scumbag heard this, he immediately rejected the idea, since he didn't have the authority to arrange jobs. Not willing to give up, the scheming woman forced her way into the company the next day, under the pretense of doing a company visit. As soon as she entered, she was furious no one came to greet her, so she poured a cup of water on the receptionist. Because the real CEO had been at home raising a child for 3 years, and most of the staff were new. When the scheming woman showed a photo with the scumbag, everyone assumed she was the legendary CEO wife. At the same time, the pregnant best friend had just closed a $50 million deal, and was waiting for the client to sign the contract. She remembered her promise to the female CEO in college, that she would help build the company into a Fortune 500 firm. Now they were just one step away, but then the scheming woman noticed her, and knocked over her milk, claiming to be the CEO wife and trying to fire her on the spot. The woman was confused, because she knew the real owner of the company was her best friend. Seeing the scheming woman act so arrogantly, she didn't want to argue, and quietly left. She tried to call the female CEO to ask what was going on, but the CEO was busy taking care of her child, and missed the call. Left with no choice, the woman returned to the office, but the scheming woman saw her and exploded in rage, yelling at her in front of everyone. At that moment, the business partner arrived at the company, so the woman quickly went to greet them. The scheming woman heard they were important clients, and immediately tried to take the credit. When the woman began to prepare tea, the scheming woman saw the expensive tea leaves, snatched them away in anger, and kicked the woman out, saying she would handle the clients herself. The woman reminded her that the client had diabetes and couldn't have anything sweet, but the scheming woman dismissed her as annoying, and told her to leave. Later, while the woman was helping host the clients, the scheming woman showed up with a bag of milk tea, saying she wanted them to experience Gen Z culture. Seeing this, the client's face instantly darkened. The woman quickly tried to recover the situation, and invited the client to a 5-star restaurant, but the scheming woman jumped in, claiming she knew a better place. Left with no choice, the client followed her, but to everyone's shock, she brought them to a roadside food stall. The client was furious, and immediately cancelled the cooperation permanently. Just as the woman was about to call the scumbag and ask what was going on, the scheming woman smashed her phone. Meanwhile, the female CEO received a call while taking care of her child. The business partner angrily complained about her team's unprofessionalism. The CEO was stunned, but the call had already ended. Sensing something